Hello, my friends. Today, I want to tell you a very long story about one of the most exciting and important times of the school day. It is not the morning assembly. It is not the first class. It is not even the time to go home. It is lunch in the cafeteria. The cafeteria is a special place in every school. It is the place where students eat together, talk together, laugh together, and rest from the lessons. It is a place of food, but it is also a place of friendship. Lunch in the cafeteria is not only about eating, it is about sharing, learning, and creating happy memories. Imagine the school morning. Students attend classes. They write notes. They read books. They answer questions. Time passes slowly, but then the bell rings for lunch. Ding, ding, ding. The sound of the bell is like music to the ears of students. It says, "Lessons are paused. Now it is time to eat." Children close their books quickly. They put pencils away. They pick up their lunch boxes or money. They smile at each other because they know the next part of the day will be fun. The hallway becomes noisy. Footsteps are fast. Voices are excited. Everyone walks toward the cafeteria. The cafeteria is usually a big room. It has many tables and chairs. The smell of food fills the air. You can smell bread, rice, soup, pizza, or noodles. The smell makes everyone hungry. The room is bright, with sunlight coming from big windows. Posters of healthy food hang on the walls. There are trays waiting at the counter. Staff in aprons smile and serve food. Everything is ready. The students enter the cafeteria in a line. They take trays, plates, and cups. Some hold money to pay. Some show a card. The line moves slowly. But nobody is sad, because the smell of food makes the waiting sweet. One by one, the students choose food. A boy takes spaghetti with tomato sauce. A girl chooses rice with chicken and vegetables. Another boy picks a hamburger with salad. A girl adds an apple and a carton of milk. Every tray is different. Every choice is personal. The cafeteria is full of colors: red apples, green salad, yellow bread, orange carrots, white rice. The trays are like paintings. Now the students sit at tables. 4 friends sit together at the front. The boy in green smiles and eats spaghetti. The girl in white laughs as noodles slip from her fork. The boy in black takes a bite of his burger with broccoli on the side. The girl in orange holds her sandwich and salad. Their faces are full of joy. They talk as they eat. They say, "This spaghetti is so tasty. My burger is big. I like this salad. It is fresh." They laugh and chew. Their voices mix with the sound of hundreds of other students eating. The cafeteria becomes alive with energy. At the back, other groups talk too. Some share stories about the morning class. One boy says, "The math lesson was hard." His friend replies, "Yes, but I understood it." Another student says, "I cannot wait for sports this afternoon." They nod and smile. Lunch is not only for eating, it is for talking. Sometimes students share food. A boy gives a piece of bread to his friend. A girl offers half of her orange. Sharing is caring. The cafeteria teaches kindness. It also teaches respect. Students must wait in line. They must say thank you to the staff. They must clean up after eating. These are small lessons, but they are important for life. Think about the feelings in the cafeteria. The smell of food makes your mouth water. The taste of warm rice fills your stomach. The sound of laughter makes your heart light. The sight of friends around the table makes you feel safe. The cafeteria is not only for the body, but also for the soul. Sometimes funny things happen. A student drops a spoon, and it makes a loud noise. Everyone laughs. A boy spills a little juice, and his friends help to clean it. These moments create memories. Later, the students will laugh again and say, "Do you remember when that happened?" Lunch in the cafeteria is full of stories. But the cafeteria is not always noisy. Sometimes students eat quietly. They feel tired from the morning. They just want to enjoy the food. That is okay too. The cafeteria accepts all moods. It is a place where everyone belongs. As time passes, the plates become empty. The trays are lighter. Stomachs are full. Smiles are bigger. Students stand up, carry trays, and throw away trash. They thank the staff. They wash hands. They leave the cafeteria slowly. The room becomes quiet again, but the air is still warm with the smell of food and laughter. The cafeteria is also a place of learning. Not only learning about food, but also about people. You learn who eats quickly. You learn who eats slowly. You learn who loves salad and who loves burgers. You learn to respect differences. You learn to be polite. You learn to wait. These are life lessons. One day, the students will grow up. They will not eat in the school cafeteria anymore. They will eat in college cafeterias, in offices, or in restaurants. But they will not forget these days. They will remember the sound of the bell for lunch. They will remember the line at the counter. They will remember the smell of pizza or rice. They will remember sitting with friends and laughing. The cafeteria will live in their memory. So, my friends, lunch in the cafeteria is not only about food. It is about friendship. It is about patience. It is about sharing. It is about joy. It is about learning small lessons that last forever. That is why the cafeteria is special. That is why students smile in the picture. That is why lunch in the cafeteria is one of the best times of the school day.
Hello, my friends. Today I want to tell you a long and detailed story about something very simple but also very important in daily life. It is not about walking to school. It is not about waiting for the bus. It is not about riding a bicycle. It is about taking a taxi. Many people in many cities and towns take taxis every day. A taxi ride looks like a short trip, but it is full of details, full of feelings, and full of small lessons. Taking a taxi is not only about transport, it is about human connection, about learning how to talk, about learning how to travel safely, and about seeing the city in a new way. Imagine a young man standing on the street. He is wearing a red hoodie. A backpack hangs on his shoulder. The sun is shining in the sky. Around him, tall buildings rise. Cars pass by. People walk on the sidewalk. The air is warm and full of life. The young man raises his hand. A yellow taxi stops. The driver smiles. The young man smiles too. The journey is about to begin. The young man opens the door and says, "Good morning." The driver answers, "Good morning." "Where do you want to go?" The boy replies, "Please take me to the train station." His voice is polite. The driver nods. The boy climbs inside. He closes the door. The seat feels soft. The smell of leather mixes with the smell of the driver's coffee. The sound of the engine hums gently. The driver starts the car. The taxi moves. Now the boy looks out of the window. The city is alive. Shops are open. People cross the street. Children play near a park. A woman carries groceries. A man rides a bicycle. The world outside the taxi is full of motion, but inside the taxi, it feels calm. The seatbelt is tight. The driver's hands hold the wheel strongly. The road stretches ahead. The driver talks. Are you going far? The boy says, no, just to the train station. The driver nods again. He smiles in the mirror. It will take about 15 minutes, he says. The boy says, thank you. The conversation is simple, but it shows respect. In a taxi, words are small but important. As the car moves, the boy notices many things. Traffic lights change from red to green. Cars stop and go. A bus full of people drives by. The road signs shine under the sun. The driver turns the wheel carefully. Sometimes he presses the horn. Sometimes he slows down. Driving a taxi is not easy. The driver must watch everything. He must protect the passenger. He must reach the place safely. The boy looks again out of the window. He sees trees by the road. Their leaves move in the wind. He sees tall glass buildings. Their windows shine. He sees small shops with fruits and bread on display. He sees children laughing outside a school. All of this passes quickly, like pictures in a movie. Taking a taxi is also a way to see the world. The driver speaks again. Are you going on a trip? The boy answers, yes. I am going to visit my grandmother. The driver smiles. That is good. Family is important. They talk about family, about the weather, about the city. The conversation is friendly. It makes the journey warm. A taxi ride is not only between two places, it is also between two hearts. Sometimes the traffic is heavy. Car stands still. The driver sighs. The boy looks at his watch. But nobody is angry. They both know this is part of the city. Waiting is also part of life. The driver turns on the radio. Soft music plays. The boy relaxes. The car moves slowly. But the journey continues. Finally, the road opens. The taxi moves faster. The train station comes into view. The big clock on the station tower shows the time. People hurry with bags. The boy feels ready. The taxi stops. The driver says, here we are. The boy says, thank you very much. He gives money. The driver gives change. The boy says, have a good day. The driver answers, you too, safe travels. The boy leaves the taxi. The door closes. The taxi drives away. The journey is finished. But the memory stays. Taking a taxi teaches many lessons. It teaches how to talk politely. It teaches how to trust. It teaches patience in traffic. It teaches to watch the world with new eyes. A taxi is small, but inside it there is a big world of respect, connection, and learning. Think about the senses in the taxi. You hear the hum of the engine. You feel the seatbelt on your chest. You see the city passing by outside. You smell the coffee or air freshener. You taste the mint in your mouth as you chew. All the senses are alive. A taxi ride is not only in space, it is also in time, in feeling, and in memory. One day, the boy will grow up. He will take trains, buses, or even airplanes. But he will remember these taxi rides. He will remember the smile of the drivers. He will remember the conversations. He will remember the city through the window. The taxi will live in his memory. So, my friends, taking a taxi is not only about going from one place to another. It is about learning, about connecting, about seeing life. That is why the taxi is special. That is why the young man in the picture is smiling. That is why we must look at small journeys with big hearts. Because small journeys, like a taxi ride, give us big memories.